All right, Kate Hudson is here. Yay, Kate.
Hi,
welcome.
Ellen. 103.5. This was my station.
Okay.
Yeah, because
what do you
because
mean was?
no. Because what I mean is when I was younger
Yes.
and like up in the club,
Yeah.
my best girlfriend and I would always leave early because we were like grandmas, and we would listen to the
Aaron Sharp.
Love songs.
Love songs.
Yes, we listened
Did
to
you ever
love
call?
songs. No, but we were
Oh.
literally like, it was our thing. We get in the car after the club and put on one of our love
That's
songs.
so great.
And like, it was like Bryan Adams, and we were just so happy. Whitney Houston, and so this was my late night station.
You need to call Love Songs again and dedicate something to your husband, Danny.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Maybe your song.
Soon to be husband.
Soon to be,
We're
so
still
sorry.
trying to figure it out.
Okay. To your love.
That's right.
To your love, Danny.
To my man.
Yeah. So,
and my
okay.
producer
How
on this,
about that?
and my co-writer.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's so talented, and it was me and Linda Perry and Danny writing together, and then Danny produced it with Johan Carlson, who's amazing, and so it was nice. It was a real, like, we kind of looked at each other the other day and went, God, our daughter will always have this.
Oh, that is
It's mom
so
and dad.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you've always been singing, you've always done music, and then you said this was just time. So was there something that clicked in you that said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to put it out?
Yeah, it was the lockdown. I mean, honestly, it was reflecting on my life and the things that I was doing. I've been so business focused for the last decade.
Yeah.
And creating a business allowed me to be home, be mom, more normal hours. And then as my kids get older, it's like for me, my day job as an actor is my favorite. But I'd never expressed myself publicly with music that I write. And as a songwriter, I kind of was like, how do I not put that out in the world? It would be my great regret if I didn't do it, you know? And I was just ready to do it. I was ready to kind of, it is the most vulnerable you can be, is to create a project that is just yours and all of your words and all of your, life stories and these little, little poetry songs of poetry, and then hope that people like it,
Right.
And so, but I was ready to do it.
Yeah. Because you're coming from acting, you're reading,
You're always
a
kind of
character.
behind it. Yeah, you're always hiding behind. No, hiding is maybe the wrong word. I mean, it's someone else's vision. It's usually someone else's words. I'm sure when the time comes to direct and do that, it will feel more like this feels.
Yeah.
But I've been writing my whole life. Singing I can do, and I love to do. Meaning, like I could sing other people's songs, but this for me was really about the songwriting. And
So no, Danny and Linda are there with you. You're doing it together. When you played it for your kids, especially your daughter, because she probably sees a lot of herself in you.
yeah.
What was
Ronnie.
the reaction? For Ronnie.
Well, I think at this point, after 2 years, they're like sick of hearing all of the songs. They're like, "Oh my God, Mom, I can't hear another mix." I'm like, "Guys, on the way to school, I'm like, I have to hear the mixes." And they're just like, "Oh, geez." But I think more than anything, I mean, Ronnie loves it. She knows every word.
Yeah.
She came to our band rehearsal the other day, and she sang with the background singers, and they were like, she knows every word. She sings. Ronnie can really sing, and she's only 5.
Oh my
and
God.
she's singing everything, and I mean, it was the cutest thing you've ever seen. So she's very in it.
Yeah.
Whereas I think it's my older son that I didn't realize how powerful it is to do things that you sort of like have had a fear of doing, and actually saying, no, I'm going to get past that, and I'm just going to do this. And Ryder, I think, is looking at that now. We had a whole conversation about it, like with pride and realizing like it's a scary thing to do this, and I'm just decided to do it and be fearless about it. And I think that's what we need to do for our children.
Yeah.
We need to say, like, it's okay to sort of, hey, if I go out there and fall on my ass,
Yeah.
I still did it. I made the effort. I took the time and I did something that I love, even though it scared the blah, 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 out of
Yeah,
me.
exactly.
Right.
It's a great example, not only to him, but I have a son who's 22 and he's like facing that adulthood phase, and he's has a lot of fear. I'm going to use you as an example. I'm like, Kate Hudson, put herself out there.
Yeah, it's a
brave
and
thing.
it's a scary time, I think, too. For the kids, right? For kids right now, it's hard. It's hard out there.
Yeah,
And
there's a lot of anxiety.
There's so much, and I think that with the digital media and everything that's happening with this expectation that you're supposed to be like significant or do something significant, it's like you want to just take all the kids and be like, guys, go have fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
be a kid.
Go have fun.
Yeah.
Go like experience the world. Fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Like I say to my kids, like if you fail out of college, like, oh, well, that sucks. But look, it's a blip
Yeah.
in the big scheme of your life. Like go do things that are going to be, go make mistakes. And I think we, because of social media, we're so hard on the kids who are making some of those mistakes or aren't ready to, be in front of people and showing their, art or how great they are or the things they're doing and traveling. And it's like, just, I don't know, go work in a shop and meet some people and experience your
just
life.
have fun. That's
Simplify.
what we keep telling him. Just go do something that sounds fun. Like just enjoy that. He's in computer science. So he's like, I don't know that that's really what I want to do. I want to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
It's a lot of pressure. I mean, if I feel it, then as an
Yeah.
adult, in the smallest things, like the kids are feeling it way worse.
When you have a big family, you have a big supportive family. You and Oliver, I love your podcast
Thank
together.
you. I know.
I
We
love
have
it when you
so
go on
much
talk
fun.
shows together too. So
Oh,
you guys are
he's
just so
the
close.
best. It's so nice to have a partner that just takes all of the edge off. It's like my brother. It's like, I know he's going to say something inappropriate. Like, I know. It's like, it just makes it so much more fun and everything easier when I do it with him. And Oliver's just the greatest human. He gives so much, and he's such a good dad, and he's so insanely funny. And
Well, and he
like,
must be
nuts.
so proud of you too.
Yeah.
Taking this step, maybe they don't show you as much as, a brother.
Yeah,
Because-
I think he is.
Yeah.
He might not show it a lot, but I think he is. I know he loves the album, which to me was a big one because we all love music. So to hear him talk about it, I was listening to him talk about it to someone else without me in the room.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my God, he loves the album. It like, made me so happy. So
That's funny. I made dinner the other night, and I wasn't sure if it was good. I think we all criticize our cooking, but I was like coming down the stairs, and I could hear him going, "This is so good." And it's the best kind of
It
compliment.
feels better when it's behind your
Yeah.
back.
when they don't know you.
exactly.
Can hear it.
You're
Yes.
like, oh my God, he doesn't even know that I'm listening. And
Yes.
yeah, that means he really likes it.
Yes.
They always say if you want someone to hear gossip good about them, and they'll hear it like,
Yep.
That's right.
behind their
yeah.
back.
Oh, gossip's so
Yeah.
sad. I don't
Yeah,
know.
isn't it? Though?
I know, and it's so
But
so
gossip
fun,
good
or
is
else
good.
people wouldn't do it. You know?
Right.
It's gossip is fun for people.
Speaking of your family,
yeah.
I have a personal question. Your middle name is my dad's first name, Gary with 2
Oh,
R's.
2
did that-
R's.
Yes.
That's rare.
Where did that come from?
My uncle Gary.
Okay. yeah, there it is.
I had a boyfriend that called me Gary. He always was like, "Hey, Gary," and I loved it. I was like, "Oh, that's the best nickname."
Yeah.
But yeah, Uncle Gary was 2 R's.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
Mom just loved her Uncle Gary, and so he passed away, and then she named me after
That's
him.
cute. I love
That's
that.
sweet.
Yeah. It's such a funny, weird middle name. Like,
It's Gary.
It's cool.
She's Gary.
Yeah.
So Gary.
I, at one point when I was younger, was like trying to change my name. just because everyone, like, it was like, must have been 6th grade or something where everybody's like, I'm going to change the spelling of my name. And I was trying to change the spelling of my name. And at one point I was Catherine Gary. I decided, yeah, that sounds good. Losing my mind.
So I'm fascinated with Linda Perry because I can't believe some of the things that come out of her brain and her heart and her.
She's amazing.
So what was that like? You know, you're there with her. You guys are like creating this together.
Well, Linda cold called me. First of all, Linda's so wonderful, and she's this force. We're both Aries, so we are very like fast moving people, you know, which was really great because it was like, you know, we both get impatient with if things aren't moving, so we wrote really well together because we just like powered through stuff. And Linda cold called me. She heard me sing at this charity kind of Zoom during COVID. And she was like, I didn't know you sounded like that. Come in the studio. And I was like, okay. And I just was like in a place where I just wanted to say yes to every, if someone asked me to sing, I'd just be like, okay, yes, I'm coming. So I showed it to her studio. I sang the song that she had written. And then she just said, do you write music? And I said, yeah, I've been writing my whole life. And she goes, all right, let's do it. Let's write some music. And I was like, great, let's do it. And she said, put your fall, like, when do you have time? And we scheduled this month, and me and Danny and Linda sat in this little awkward circle. I have so much music that I haven't, you know, so I was sort of like, do you want me to bring music?
Yeah.
And we decided that let's just start from total scratch. I ended up actually then later, there's a couple songs that were older songs of mine. But we wrote like 26 songs in 2.5 weeks.
Oh,
it was
whoa.
In
was
that
one
circle.
of those great. Yeah, it was one of those great kind of. It just came out. I mean, one song that's on the record, Linda and I wrote in literally 10 minutes, and it's maybe, it's hard to say, but it's one of my favorite songs on the record, and on the album, But it was just a great writing experience, and we had so much fun. And then Danny, my partner, and Johan produced it, and you know.
And now here it is.
Okay, so she's incredible. There's a lot that I've learned. You know, there haven't been that many women who've been as producers and that have been really recognized as you know. And Linda has, I mean, her history, the music that she's written is just unbelievable.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Wow, what a great coming together, and then you like unleashing it now. And we're gonna play it on the radio right now. And we would love for you to introduce Kate Hudson.
All right. This is my single off of my album, and it's called Talk About Love.